Detector dog Gordo has reacted to this elderly woman who is returning from Cambodia with her 2 grandsons.
My detector dog nosed into her stomach area and the bag that was sitting on her stomach.
And so who pays for your grandma when you go overseas? The family, how does that, is she on a pension or pension and that covers her? Yeah.
Anyone entering Australia can be subject to screening, no matter who they are or what their circumstances, even the elderly, as criminal syndicates have been known to prey on the most vulnerable in the community, using them to act as couriers.
And so how often do you guys go back and forth?
Yeah, yearly.
Yearly, yeah.
Officer Lily now focuses her search on the handbag that the elderly woman was carrying when the detector dog reacted to her.
And how long has your grandma been living here?
26 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A swab has been taken from the handbag, which will indicate any traces of illegal substances.
Fairly strong reading as well.
Do you know why it may have come up with that reading at all? No, you don't use anything like that?
No.
And this bag, has this been in her possession the whole time?
Yeah.
Is this like a daily handbag that she uses?
Yeah, she takes it to the shop.
Through her grandsons, the woman is asked if she is concealing anything around her waist.
She's shown me that she's got nothing here. Does she have anything else in any pockets at all?
Yeah, when I can buy it. You said no.
Because what we may have to do to alleviate any concerns that we have is do a frisk search today on your grandmother.
With the help of her grandson, officers make sure the passenger is willing and able to stand for the frisk search.
But what I really need you to do is to read this card,
Yeah.
to understand the card so that you can translate it to her, and she needs to understand it as well.
Yeah, you check.
The woman agrees to the frisk search, which is conducted by a female officer. Officer Tara feels an inconsistency around the woman's waist and signals to a fellow officer that she may have found a sizable concealment.
The customs officer has felt something under her bra and in her underwear.
Okay.
With a positive drug swab and now a possible concealment, officers suspect the elderly woman may be trying to smuggle something across the border, and their investigation needs to be stepped up.
We'll need to upgrade this now.
Well, she hasn't got an injury where she's got a bandage or anything.
Yeah, I mean, but I never up not lining the cow. Her undies.
Her undies, and that's all? She hasn't got anything
I did that.
undies?
She said there's nothing else there.
But officers strongly suspect that there is something deliberately hidden under her clothing, and the woman's situation is becoming extremely serious.
So they're going to take her into a room and search her to see how much she conceals there.
It's now 11 o'clock. Yep. She's formally detained now for it's called a Category B2 search. We're going to search her body, okay? Just let her know that she'll be coming with us, and we'll search her in that room, okay? So just let her know.
Yeah, lâu ta cái vô anh tôi vào top nữa hay cái lock out trên mờ.
Okay.
Explain to her that if she has anything there, just go in there and show what she's got.
Yeah.
So to make everything easier.
That's what's going to happen. We won't need to take her clothes right down, and if she can present what she's got. Okay.
The passenger is led to a private room where female officers will conduct the external search. Inside the room, the search is now complete, and it's confirmed that she does have a concealment. But despite the swab of her handbag testing positive for ephedrine, it's not narcotics that officers find.
Cash breach, yes, more than $10,000 in currency.
The woman had stuffed wads of $100 notes in her underwear. It amounts to more than $10,000, which should have been declared, and this is now a matter for the Australian Federal Police.
So if you could just let her know that the supervisor is contacting the police and they're going to come in here and talk to her.
If it's determined the money is the proceeds of crime or money laundering, it will be confiscated and the woman could face heavy fines or even imprisonment.
Officers have detected a number of suspect items in the bags of a passenger returning from the Sudan.
We've definitely got a large amount of food item in the middle of this bag here. There's also something else up there. There's something in here. So we'll get Leonie to look at that as well. Definitely from this middle and to the side. There.
Closer inspection is required to determine exactly what the man has brought into the country.
This inside, is this all yours in here? Yeah, it belongs to you. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to open up and have a look here.
The search quickly reveals prohibited items, which he didn't declare.
It's not food. No, but it is. Not food. It says down here, nuts.
But that's just the beginning, as more and more suspect items are uncovered.
These are all fresh dates, you can see in here. Take off the shell, and they're quite moist. So there's about 3 kilos of those. Got some cracked wheat here, which is definitely very high risk to our primary industries, and it's quite contaminated. There's, little bits of insect and things like that in there. And this is just an unidentified herb. It's really not sufficiently dried. And it is also contaminated. There's little bits of seed and things like that. And also we seized quite a large amount, about 10 kilos of raw tobacco, and that was all contaminated as well.
This is bad enough, considering the man is a regular traveller. But Officer Leonie discovers bags filled with dangerous fireworks that could have serious implications for the passenger.
No, this is fireworks. Fireworks is not allowed.
Fireworks are classed as explosives.
Okay.
Carrying them on a plane is a very serious offence that could result in a jail sentence. Leonie calls for customs, and Officer Carroll arrives to inspect the illegal cargo.
Get your passport, please, sir. Your passport.
The huge number of fireworks this man brought with him could have amounted to a lethal combination.
You've broken the law. Air Navigation Act, you could bring the whole plane down. You've got unstable fireworks, bags full of them, packed in with cigarette lighters. You could kill everybody on board the aircraft.
Customs Officer Joe is on standby in case Arabic translation is required. She explains the high risks of these particular fireworks.
Firstly, against Air Navigation Act, you're not allowed to carry these on an aeroplane for obvious reasons. And most of them are pretty much self-starters. As you can see here, these little ones. So they can basically rub against each other and just ignite. So very dangerous, a very high risk to people travelling, especially on aeroplanes. And with all the warnings that you see these days, I'm surprised people actually ignore them. And there's no excuse for having these at all.
It says it on your ticket, no fireworks. It says it when you check in. And you should never carry fireworks with cigarette lighters.
Not big firework.
They are fireworks. It does not matter. They can explode and bring the aircraft down. Because it's a breach of the Air Navigation Act, I'm having the Australian Federal Police to come over and they will have a look and check what you are carrying, and they will decide whether they will prosecute you for this, because they don't like people carrying fireworks with cigarette lighters. You don't carry these on board an aircraft. Do you understand that?
I'm actually going to issue this passenger with a quin, which is a fine for bringing in fresh dates to the country. He has a few other items, but the fresh dates is the concern for us. This is a legal document, and you've ticked down here that you do not have any food, so you've made a false statement. You do have food. Consequently, I'm going to fine you today $220. The raw dates is a very high risk to this country. You are able to bring in dried dates or processed dates, commercially packaged. You are not allowed to bring fresh dates. These are straight from the tree and they present a very high risk to this country. So that's why you're going to receive a fine today of $220.
The items prohibited under quarantine law are disposed of immediately and the fireworks are seized.
They very carefully carry that because there's self-igniting and fireworks in there.
The man was taken into an interview room for further questioning. Customs officers called in the Australian Federal Police, who took the man away for questioning.
Biosecurity officers are x-raying the luggage of travellers arriving from Kuala Lumpur. And Officer Andrea believes she may have identified organic material in this woman's bag.
Looks a bit interesting, so I'm just going to have a better look at it. I'm just going to go over and have a chat to her now.
With the help of a translation booklet, it is confirmed that the woman is not declaring anything.
No? Okay, can you open it again? Okay, you have food. Bring this one here. Food. Sugar. This one, sugar.
And it's not just food that the woman has failed to declare.
Oh, hang on. Oh, nice little gift. Look at this.
It appears there may be undeclared items stashed throughout the woman's luggage, so Officer Andrea will need to conduct a thorough search.
What's in here? What is it? What is this? Okay, it's like a bone or some sort of a material. I'm going to have to get someone to interpret because I'm really not sure what this is. It could be a skeleton or it could be fossil, I'm not sure. I have no idea what that is. Do you know what that is? Have you seen those before? Is it like a stone, a rock? She's trying to tell us.
Officer Kathy is brought in to help with translation.
What is it? Bone of what? Why she got it?
为什么你能带那个猪的骨头过来呢？
因为它是不是的？因为我这个呢是我做法事用的，我是道教的。
Okay, she's doing voodoo.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. I'm actually a bit freaked out because I've never ever come anything across like anything like this before. So, I mean, it's everyone's belief to do whatever they like to do, that's all right. So we'll just go through the bags and see what else we're going to find. So all these we've involved with the black magic, all this container here, tape measure, it's in the voodoo box. She said she's got no more bones, but given what she does, I think we should be looking at everything. Finding any more? Does she have any more bones? No bones or anything? Hang on. What is it? Let's have a look. Socks.
Oh, it's money.
It's money? Okay. I think it's got something to do with what she practices.
The money is not of a biosecurity concern, and luckily for the passenger, neither is her undeclared animal bones.
They're about 5 and 6 years old.
Wow, okay. Yeah, they look very clean, so there's no problem.
She used them as part of her voodoo.
The woman will be allowed to keep her precious charms, but Officer Andrea is feeling a little uneasy.
I just want to know, since I touched those bones, is there anything going to happen to me? Am I cursed or anything? 没有？
因为那个得要有
Is it what she wears?
这个帽子。
Is it? What is that? What does she do with that?
That's the whole
That's what I
tradition
thought.
that she has
Okay,
to put it
alright,
on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So is she here to work or is she on a holiday?
She's here to visit her daughter.
我女儿。
That's her voodoo passport.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. Very pretty.
The woman decides not to pay the duty on the cigarettes, so they are confiscated. But she is able to keep her mushrooms.
Look, I'm not issuing her any queen or anything today. Just let her know that in future she has to get a card because it's only
The woman is given a written warning and she is free to go.
That's probably one of my most interesting inspections I've ever come across. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm not cursed. Really relieved.
This student arriving from China has indicated that he has nothing to declare. But an X-ray image of his bag is showing one large object of concern.
It's organic. I want to have a good look and see what it is. Did you understand all the questions on the card? Okay. So there's something that's come up on the image, so I just want to see what it is. Okay?
And what is discovered inside his suitcase is surprising.
So I've opened up the bag and I found a cooked duck. All right. So can you read question 6?
Meat and duck, fish.
Right. And what did you say?
No.
You said no.
Yeah, I just put it last minute.
You have plenty of time to tell us that you have a duck in your bag. This is a legal document.
Oh, yeah.
You can be fined $340 for not declaring that. And there's plenty of information on the card for you to have declared this item in your language. It's very serious.
But this student is determined to get out of paying any penalty for his false declaration.
So can I speak to your...
Yes, I'll call my supervisor. So just wait here. The passenger had been to Australia on 3 separate occasions. So he would have been fully aware that you must declare any food items, and especially poultry, protecting our poultry industry from avian influenza and Newcastle disease.
And Supervising Officer Denise is unlikely to make an exception.
He's asked to speak to my supervisor.
Yep, no problem. Okay, you had an opportunity to declare it and you have chosen to say you have no meat and no poultry, so you will be fined $340 today.
Actually, I just forgot because the last...
I'm sorry, you are responsible for everything in your bag. Forgot is not an excuse, I'm sorry. You will be fined $340 today for not declaring poultry. This officer will look after you.
But there is still one more shock in store for this passenger.
And then you can go, but you can't have this item. It'll be destroyed.
All right. It seems the key message still hasn't got through.
You can't bring any meat items into Australia at all. Sorry? Yes, yes. You could be prosecuted for not declaring.
Just destroy it.
I will be destroying it. Had you declared it, say, yep. All right, okay. I'll just get you to sign this
At
here.
least the penalty has made an impression.
I cannot bring it into Australia, so but still in $340 fine, so it's quite disappointing.
Who are you coming to see in Australia? Who lives in Australia that you're coming to see?
My sister and...
The man claims he's here to work as a labourer on his sister's blueberry farm, despite suffering from a debilitating back condition.
So even though you've got all the problems in your back, you're still going to go and work on your sister's farm and her husband?
Yeah. My back problem in India, no here.
Your back problem doesn't cure itself just because you fly over the border. And if you're going down to work on your sister's farm, picking blueberries and things like that, that's not going to help your back.
A thorough search of his luggage will be conducted, but it's what Officer Chris discovers on the man's phone that is an immediate concern. Stored on the phone is an extremely graphic video.
Now me like my cousin like the India.
The video is so disturbing that it's sure to be classified as illegal content.
Not good to have on your phone.
Dog fighting. India.
Do they fight their dogs for sport, do they? So how many more images like that are on your phone or videos?
This India.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where it is. Do you have any more of them on your phone? Any more videos?
No more.
Because in Australia, that's illegal.
Explicit material which depicts animal cruelty, such as dogfighting, is illegal, and it will need to be investigated further. Then Officer Chris discovers a bag of unidentified powder.
This one? Ginger.
For ginger?
Yeah. and something cooking. And
as a precaution, a drug swab is taken from the outside of the packet.
I've taken swabs off it, and it is returning a positive reading for a drug called ketamine. Okay?
Ketamine is a horse tranquilizer illegally misused for its hallucinogenic effects. It can be swallowed, snorted, or even smoked, and Officer Chris has just located a small vial containing more suspicious powder inside the man's bag of tobacco.
What is that?
This one.
Yeah.
And in the bottle and mix.
So the tobacco and the little bottle that was in the tobacco.
No.
You mix them together?
This one.
Yeah.
And here.
Yeah.
And on bottle and here pussy.
Yeah. And then you eat it. The powder itself is the right colour and consistency to be a narcotic. So we're going to do the testing and clarify what that powder is.
A second swab is taken, but this time from the small vial. And that is an extremely high reading for ephedrine, a precursor used in the manufacturing of ice.
That's just come back massive with ephedrine.
Yeah, okay.
So again, that test come back positive for ephedrine, which is a type of drug. Ephedrine is a precursor for a number of drugs that are common across, whether it be ecstasy or ice. So it's quite a concern for the border. Now we need to go and check and try and confirm that there is no drugs in there. You sprinkle the powder on your cigarettes. Is that what you do? Could be a mixture of ketamine and ephedrine that he's carrying. So we're going to do a secondary test with a different machine to try and clarify what the two substances are. Two other officers are just getting that ready now, and they'll take the items away and do a secondary test in a second.
In the meantime, Officer Chris confronts the man about the disturbing videos found on his phone, which have been determined to be restricted content.
The video that is on there and the other video, the pictures I've seen of dogs fighting, that's completely illegal in Australia, and you can't have it on your phone.
Okay, but
so our law states that you are, stop and listen, our law states that if you try and bring those videos over the border, we will automatically seize the item that they are on, which is your phone. So we're going to seize your phone today, as well as, because you have broken the Australian law, today we are going to issue you with an infringement notice for $340.
But that may not be the end of the man's problems, as secondary testing begins on the suspicious powders found in his suitcase. Even though the initial drug readings are likely due to the man's belongings being in recent contact with illegal substances, officers are satisfied he's not carrying anything with him.
So we're happy that they are what he said they are, and there's no narcotic substance there.
But before the man is free to go, he needs to pay the fine for the restricted content found on his phone. However, it still has not sunk in that he won't be taking his mobile with him.
And my phone...
Gone. I mean, even if you go to court, you won't get your phone back, okay?
But no my video, okay? No my house dog, okay?
The problem is, in Australia, we're not in India, okay? In Australia, okay, your phone will be destroyed because it's got videos that are illegal in Australia on it.
Man seems to have finally got the message.
Gone my phone. Hey, shit.
Officer Annie has detected some suspicious material on a baggage X-ray of 2 Chinese passengers.
The X-ray image has indicated some organic material, which is possibly food items. Some items are a high risk for quarantine, and so they must be looked at. Did you read the questions today?
Yes, of course.
Did you understand them?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so this is your bag?
No,
Auntie's
no,
bag?
my aunt's bag.
Auntie's bag. Okay, so she knows everything inside this bag? Okay.
Immediately, the officer starts to locate food and medicines, which the passengers have not declared.
This one, medication?
Yeah.
Okay. What's this one?
It's Chinese food, like sauce.
Some sauce? Okay.
Yeah.
You've indicated, see this question number 6 that asks for any food must be declared to quarantine. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Question number 7, again, asks for any medicine, anything that comes from plant material, any traditional medicine. Okay.
As Annie continues her search, she discovers bags and bags containing some truly bizarre and potentially dangerous contents.
That's a snake. That's a part of a snake. Big problem for Australia, sir. Big problem for our environment. Seed pods, unidentified plants, carrying pathogens, viruses, and they're just bags and bags and bags of it. It's just, it's too much. These look like traditional medicines, which will possibly be boiled and possibly be mixed in with other ingredients and drank. But a lot of these ingredients then get thrown away, and that's where it starts to enter the environment.
The sheer number and quantity of high-risk items in the many bags leaves Annie with only one course of action.
Okay, so today you're going to be issued with a $220 fine. Dirt, soil, seeds, mixed nuts.
As well as whole beetles.
There's the beetle. Pathogens and viruses can come through on beetles.
And parts of snakes.
That's an unidentified snake. Not only is it, well, pretty much a quarantine issue, it could also be a CITES issue. That snake could be an endangered species. Completely prohibited, absolutely, without an import permit.
This is my aunt, the first time to Australia. She knows nothing about
This
it.
is a lot of food. This is half a suitcase full of food, okay?
I'm sorry to bring so much trouble.
Despite the passengers' apologies, the fine will stand, as the contents of the bags are simply too hazardous to allow them to go unpunished.
It clearly states in a language that you understand on both lines, misrepresentation of food and traditional medicine, sir, okay?
With the fine paid, the passengers are sent on their way, and the prohibited items will be destroyed.
Sydney Airport, Customs and Border Protection has pulled aside 3 Indonesian students whose behaviour has caught the attention of officers.
We were speaking to them around the baggage carousel and they seemed a bit nervous.
One of the men is claiming he can't find the key to open his suitcase.
You can't find it? If you can't find it, we just cut.
He finally locates it, and as the suitcase is opened, it reveals something unusual. The only contents are gift-wrapped packages.
What's this one?
I don't know, my friend gave it to me.
Your friend gave it to you. I asked you if you packed the bag yourself. You said you knew everything in the bag.
Suspicions are raised even further when officers discover that his travelling companion is also carrying identical wrapped parcels.
We're going to count them. Yep. See how many you've got. Got anything else in here? What's in here? No drugs? No drugs?
And as a third man's bag is opened, it becomes clear that this is no coincidence.
What's in here?
I don't know. It's my friend. My friend. Yes, birthday. I don't know.
Oh, you have cigarettes.
It would seem the trio are trying to smuggle in the cigarettes in an attempt to avoid paying the hefty duty.
And you took no. Look how many cigarettes here.
The men are claiming they had no idea what was in their bags, as a friend in Jakarta had packed them.
Did he tell you what they were?
Huh?
Did he say to you what was inside these boxes?
No. He just, I have baggage, and then I borrow your baggage.
I borrow your baggage. So he come to your house, take your baggage, and fill with
Yeah.
this and then give to you and tell you to bring to Australia?
Yeah.
Did he give you money?
Yeah.
How much did he give you?
200.
200 US dollar?
No, no.
Australian dollar. Per bag or per...
Back.
For the bag?
$200 seems to be a small payment for such a risky exercise, as illegally importing tobacco is a serious offence.
Oh, this one, big present.
Selling illicit cigarettes on the black market is extremely profitable, and as the cartons continue to pile up, so does the thousands of dollars in evaded duty.
As soon as we opened all their bags, it was just cartons and cartons of cigarettes. That's all there was, no clothing, just cigarettes.
The men all claim they had no idea what was in their bags, and they say a friend in Indonesia had packed them.
Your friend Indonesian give you this?
Yeah.
Live in Jakarta?
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name Johnny.
And then when you get to Sydney, who do you give to?
There's somebody come to me.
Waiting here?
Yeah.
What's their name?
I don't know. They just know my source.
They know what you're wearing?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, he said there's someone waiting outside for him who knows what he's wearing to come and pick him up. The man pick you up, he take you in a car?
No, no, no. Just take this one.
Just take the bag and then give you cash and then you go.
Yeah.
Officers are beginning to suspect that the trio may be a small part of a much larger smuggling ring.
This is tax money. You've evaded it. Okay. All this is worth $11,000. If you don't pay, we take them away and they get destroyed. Very serious. You're a student in this country, which means you're not a permanent resident. Why jeopardise living in Australia when to do something like this for a few $100s?
Just for $200, it's not worth it.
Just destroy it.
So today we're going to give you a warning.
This won't happen again.
More than 75,000 cigarettes are counted, which amounts to almost $50,000 in evaded tax.
These guys are very lucky today to get off with just a warning, and if caught again, face very high fines and or their visas being cancelled. But the information that they did provide us does bring us closer to the guys in charge and running the syndicate.
The seriousness of the situation finally hits home with the passengers. While the men are free to leave, their thousands of cigarettes are confiscated and will be destroyed. Customs and Border Protection officers have stopped this woman and her two male travelling companions who are returning home from a trip to Cambodia.
Well, basically it's her first time out of Australia, so we just wanted to see what she was doing, why she went to Cambodia, why that was the place that she selected. Her friend owns a hotel over there. He's getting it up and running at the moment, so the accommodation, everything was provided.
All three passengers have not declared anything on their incoming passenger cards, but their luggage will be checked for any prohibited items.
Are these just some DVDs?
Yep. So how do you guys know each other?
Well, they're old friends. We originally met at a pub where I was working, and he's a old footy trainer of my cousin's.
During the bag search of the woman's belongings, something that seems fairly innocent has caught Supervising Officer Steve's attention. The packaging states that it's just a torch. But it seems looks can be very deceiving.
That's a taser.
Taser?
Yep. You can't bring stuff like that back. That's not a torch, that's a taser. Nearly killed myself with it.
She's brought a concealed weapon across the border.
Okay, I must caution you, you do not have to say or do anything, but anything you do say or do may be used in evidence. Do you understand that?
And officers soon discover it's not the only dangerous concealment.
So how long were you over there for?
10 days.
10 days.
But while inspecting an item from the woman's bag, Supervising Officer Steve almost got the shock of his life. It appears to be a simple torch.
That's a taser. Nearly killed myself with it.
A taser is an electric shock device and is a prohibited import into Australia.
Did you know what it was that you were buying?
No, I just thought it was the normal torch. We were going along the beach, so we needed something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't even end up opening it, using it. I got a bit too drunk on those 50-cent beers.
Yeah. And where did you buy it from?
One of the markets.
Okay. Did they not tell you when you bought it what it does, or that it's a...
No, I could hardly understand what they were saying.
Okay. That's all right. How much did it cost?
I think it's $15. $10, $15 maybe.
But that's not the end of it. As officers continue searching the bags of one of the men she is with, another prohibited import is discovered.
We've just located a slingshot in the passenger's bag. It's a prohibited import because it has a brace on it, which then turns it into a fairly significant weapon. The passenger, he made the declaration that he was going to use it as a bait, you know, to cast bait out into the bay. We don't think that's what it's going to be used for.
Officers now need to make sure this keen fisherman is not concealing any other prohibited items.
Passengers told us that he has no other further, items in his bag. We'll have a look. We'll determine whether he's got anything in there.
And it appears that he has not been telling the truth, as officers have found a more sinister concealment.
I don't know if this will be allowed either.
What's that? Is that a batten? That's an extendable batten.
What is used for fishing?
For fishing?
Yeah.
No, well...
Can't have
mate,
it?
because no, none of this stuff. All right, because we've got that and we've got this, we're going to have to go through a process now. She's actually going to have to read your caution and rights, only because they are prohibited imports.
All right, you do not have to say or do anything, but anything you do say or do may be used in evidence. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
The rest of the bags belonging to these two are given the all clear. But their other companion has also been caught with an extendable baton.
That's what we class as a weapon. That's, if you got hit with that, it'd do quite a bit of damage, I believe.
He also offers the same explanation as his mate, that it is to be used for fishing.
They were going to bring it back to knock carp on the head with, like to finish carp off.
But the three offenders are not off the hook yet.
Today, we will be issuing 3 infringement notices, one for each of you. The fine is for $340.
Many people try to deny that certain items they are bringing in are to be used as weapons. And Officer Steve thought he'd heard every excuse until now.
That's nowhere near a fishing tool. I don't think I'd take one of these in my tackle box.
This Australian woman, who has just returned from Vietnam, has declared some food items on her passenger card.
She's declared food. She declared 2 mooncakes, and she said there's beans in them, so they're okay. We checked those.
She has also brought some sealed packets labelled as tea, but there is something else hidden inside.
In them, we found all these packets of green tea. When I open the green tea, it's just a mixture of tobacco, fresh leaves, more tobacco. I don't know what this is, but it's some sort of plant. But it's all been concealed.
Because of all the prohibited food, biosecurity officers may have grounds to issue a fine of $340.
You only declared food, and you told me you had mooncakes with bean in it?
But that one is a tea for, the tea I put together,
But it's not tea, it's fresh plant material.
Oh, no,
it's
that
highly
is a,
prohibited.
No,
from
that
bringing
is
it
a
in.
tradition tea.
No,
I can
it's-
give you the
It's labelled green tea, but it's bark, it's leaves. It's all prohibited from bringing in.
No, but I bought in the
and
shop.
I believe that you concealed it.
But I bought in the shop like that because they're not
No, the
first
packets have been resealed. We can see that.
Officer Heather doesn't believe the woman's story, but the passenger is adamant that she is telling the truth and that the ingredients are only to make tea.
No, I just put like that, something like that. I example this something, and I took the small this one, and I put in the water. I boil it, I drink. That's it. So that is not fair for me.
Biosecurity officers need to decide if this concealment requires a prosecution.
I still want to look through the rest of the bag because we haven't checked that yet. So we might find more, I don't know.
But when the bag is searched, officers are completely shocked at what they find.
Oh my heavens.
The bark, the leaves, the tobacco, this plant material.
The Australian woman is facing a fine or a possible prosecution for not declaring the items. But she may have a much bigger problem, as officers have made an incredible discovery in one of her bags.
Oh my heavens. Okay. What we have here, US dollars.
Officers from Customs and Border Protection are immediately called.
We stopped as soon as we saw the money.
Can I take that out?
Okay.
Put it
Counterfeit. Counterfeit US dollars. So, and that entire bag is full of counterfeit US dollars.
The money could be considered counterfeit, but they're a very bad imitation of the US $100 bill and would be hard to pass off as legal tender. Officer Tim has seen this before and realises that they are actually intended for a cultural ceremony.
It's her belief that it's being used for a ceremonial use, so she's already saying that it's going to be used in conjunction with a funeral. We have seen these sort of things during Chinese New Year, so obviously there might not be sort of a criminal perspective on what the goods are today.
The fake money is on joss paper and it is burnt as a symbolic offering at a funeral in respect to the departed, or used at other occasions to bring good luck.
I'm just going to explain that because it's imitating currency, even though it's a pretty naive attempt, and I know why you brought it in. You brought it in for the funeral purposes, okay, as is part of your religion at the moment. As it does imitate the US dollar bill, we've got to assess it with the Australian Federal Police, and they'll determine whether or not, you know, they're going to seize it or if they're going to let you go with it today,
You can do
okay?
everything you want.
All right, that's very accommodating of you.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can do everything you want.
Biosecurity officers now issue her with a $340 fine for not declaring all of the prohibited food. She is then escorted to the Customs and Border Protection area, and the AFP are called in to decide what action needs to be taken.
Normally it has to be referred to the Australian Federal Police, as we're not in a position to determine whether or not it's counterfeit. They're going to have obviously have a look at the currency and see whether or not it is trying to imitate US dollar bills, see whether or not there's a counterfeit issue.